Okay, so I don't know if this is gonna be with the proper sound. However, we have to try and we have to experiment so we can make it work properly. So I hope that you can see what I'm doing. Снимам влога и говоря на английски на микрофона. Не ми пречиш въобще да не се чудиш защо говоря на английски. Нямаш проблем. So, every time I train, I take a couple of scoops of BCAAs with some booster to lift me up in the morning. Knockout fruit punch, muscle protein synthesis, electrolytes. Mainly taste and nothing else. Сега от тук на къде си? На къде си викам от тук? Болници, нещо лекари днеска? Ево. Okay, so let's see what booster. There is this new pre-workout Everbuild Nuke. Source of pure energy. Wildberry poison fusion. Okay, it's poison as well. Okay, so it's gonna be one scoop of this. And after I drop everything and make a mess, let's see now. Кажи ми, ако ти трябва помощ. Okay, so drink a little bit of this and slowly get into the groove of training. Quite refreshing though. Намери ли? On the microphone. But yeah. Okay, let's start warming up. Every time I train chest or back or any upper body part, I am going to warm up my shoulders, my rotator cuffs, as I have surgery on my right shoulder and my left shoulder is pretty banged up from heavy lifting in the past. So I have to be extra smart when it comes down to warming up, or not extra smart but consistent with the warm-up, as it makes a huge difference for me. But yeah, just anywhere between 10 to 15, maybe even 20 reps on this, just to warm up the shoulder. Let's see here. So yeah. From here, a little bit of core and we start. So here, okay, it's a very simple concept because I'm very lazy with my core training, because I do a lot of heavy deadlifts, just to get some water, heavy deadlifts and heavy squats. So my core pretty much is being worked out without me doing crunches and specific ab work. However, for me to control my midsection and to be able to hit classic poses and get better at them, I need to be able to control my midsection a lot more. So for that, preachers is how I call them, one of the best exercises for me. I can hit my lower ab, I can hit my upper abs, I can hit my obliques, the muscles in between my ribs pretty much. It activates my midsection in a tremendous way. So I usually do 4 to 7 sets depending on how I feel and what I'm going to be training. Now I'm going to be training back and chest, so I'm going to do 7 sets or maybe 5, we'll see, of anywhere between 15 to 20 reps. So let's have a little bit of secret juice and get one done. When I go more like this, I don't know if you can see, but more use my torso more as a lever, I contract one part of my abs. But if I start crunching down, it hits my lower abs more. So it's all about preference, really. Let's see if I can place this a little bit. I hope this is not making your ears pop. I think something like this would be okay. Минавай си спокойно. Все едно да няма камерата. For but I'm actually not even counting those right now. I'm just going by feel. I really find it helpful for controlling my midsection when I go really slow on those and try to contract as deeply as possible. So it goes something like this. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more of these and I'm gonna continue on the next exercise. Okay, so let's trust that this camera angle is gonna be relevant. So I did my core exercises, I warmed up my shoulders, so now we're gonna start off with some chest. I'm gonna start with chest and not with back, as that's just the way I prefer it basically. Right now it's all about having fun, so you need to understand, guys, sometimes it's not about doing everything scientifically correctly or down to the dot. You cannot try to understand and manipulate the laws of physics if you don't really understand and enjoy basic mathematics. So I'm going for that approach right now, and I'm feeling that some 7 kilogram dumbbells for some dumbbell flies, is going to be quite beneficial for my pec development. However, we'll go by feel. Okay, so okay, so that feels quite nice. By the way, yesterday I took a video of making some G-Fitness style donor / healthy cheat meal. However, idvam. Just a moment. No, okay, so I needed to, because I'm also working in this gym, I needed to take some money for coffee, water, one of my clients. So we're not really gonna go heavy still. I'm still moving relatively carefully because I'm still kinda dry in my joints. So we'll see how heavy we'll go. Hey. Not really going above 12 reps, as I not really trying to go too heavy. I mean too crazy. Let's see. Yeah, you can see me. A little bit of Sam Sulek. So yesterday I actually made a video, a very healthy cheat meal that I like to have whenever I'm sick of having plain burgers or pizza. However, I'm still fluctuating between 89 and 91 kilograms, so I want to step firmly on 90, as I've done a very big recomposition of my physique. So now pretty much, as you can see, my legs are, I don't know how much you can see on this, but I'm still relatively lean. However, the point is not to get fat now. I can become 100 kilograms in 2 days. It's more or less enjoying food, but not diminishing the work we've done. So I took a video of that yesterday. However, it was without the mic, so today most probably would even take you in the store. We'll see. So okay, so you don't really need more than one set when you go to failure or close to failure. So upper chest is the thing I like the most in my physique. So we're gonna move on to some upper chest with dumbbells. Okay, so my shoulders are warmed up and my triceps are kind of warmed up. So I think I'm gonna do a couple of sets with 27.5, 30, and see how my shoulders feel, and I might go heavier than that as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I can feel my wrist and a little bit of left shoulder, but it's good. Having in mind, I'm still kind of dry. Okay, so let's take the 32s, or maybe 35. How do I feel today? Doesn't really matter how you feel. It matters what you have to do. So 35 kilos it is. I don't know how much this is gonna be in pounds, but it's less than 100 for sure. Maybe like 70, 60 something, maybe 80. I don't really care. Not a weightlifter. I'm trying to be a bodybuilder. So let's focus for a second and squeeze this out, shall we? It's gonna be a working set and the final for this exercise. Come on! Exactly it. Okay. Wrist is hurting, but not too bad, so eyes are red, so back in the game. I've rested for about a couple of minutes. Not really necessary to add weight here, so I'm gonna try to climb up to my optimal working weight that I've been on before the prep. So no need to rush into try to set records on the first week, as I'm 5 days out from stage post show. So as I mentioned, I can cut carbs a little bit for a couple of days. I'm still doing cardio and I can deplete and I can compete again. Having said that, all the mass I want to put on is I want it to be quality. At the same time, I want to give my ligaments and joints some rest, and however keep my strength as high as possible. As I mentioned, I'm lowering my supplementation right now, as I'm a big fan of staying as natural as possible when you're not competing. So that's what I usually do. I only blast whenever I'm trying to compete. Remaining time I cruise. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. But anyway, let's not talk about specifics. Let's get some 10 reps in. Shape. Bed. Chest. Sam. Up. Okay. Kinda 11. Hopefully this is gonna be a good camera angle. Yeah. However, I cannot find the band right now, and the one I have is at home, so there's gonna be a free weight bench. Not really gonna try to go too heavy, as I never had a heavy bench. I think the heaviest I went is 110 kilos, while being 107. So not really that impressive in comparison to my 250 kg deadlift and 200 kilo squat. So let's see how this goes. Okay, it's not too bad. We can increase the weight a little bit more. Това е невъзможно, на лежанката застани отзаде. Знаеш как да пазиш, нали? Гледай го легля. Не бе, стига си се лигавил. 80 кг са това. Така, добре. Аз я вада сам. Ще пробваме да направим между 6 и 8. Като след петото най-вероятно ще трябва да ми помагаш. Да, с тебе 3. Леко с тебе. 6. 7. Още едно или две. Това е. Бум. Окей. 8. Thank you, brother. Let's move on. Okay, final set for chest, and let's move on to some backers. What's the time? Oh yeah, for sure. Training for 1 hour. So again, I got carried out, but having in mind that I am recording, it's really coming down to, boiling down to maybe 30 minutes of work, so it's good. 30 minutes chest, 30-40 minutes back, and 15 minutes biceps. I think it's gonna be a good workout. Let's squeeze these out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are the ones that I really like to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so chest complete. Let's move on to some back. Какво това? Аз така съм го сложил, за да може да вижда хамър машината. Да вижда тази машина, виж? Okay, so one of the things I hate the most in the gym is when people do not return their weights. And ironically enough, because I work in the gym and I have to put all the weights back before I leave my shift, I don't really, whenever the gym is empty like now, I don't really disassemble all the equipment that I use, because I'm gonna go back to it in a bit anyway. But now, because nobody's really in the gym except a couple of my clients, I have to move some weight, which by the way is just me complaining about insignificant things. If you can lift the weight, you can put it back. So in this case, don't be like me. Be the opposite. Put your weights back. Don't be an ass. The only ass you should be is a straight ass whenever you're prepping. So let's put another. This is gonna be a couple of 45s on each side, 20 kilo weights. I'm gonna be only pulling for thickness in this workout. I'm gonna do hammer strength. I'm gonna do some Dorian Yates style rows, or maybe more upright rows. I'm gonna do maybe a couple of sets for traps, we'll see. And then I'll finish off with some heavy deadlifts. Or at least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I don't really wanna overdo it and do too many exercises, as I'm still trying to maintain and rest while training as hard as possible. I'm gonna go with more of a narrow grip here and just aim to get at least 12. Oh yes. Good. Yep. Okay, so that felt quite light, so we can put on some more weight for sure.
Ти скараш логове чрез
Да.
команда.
Да. Съгласен съм.
Но имам всеки open source, не би си леко source.
Да, ама като бидейки open source, реално е и плюс, защото ако се научиш, можеш и ти да вкараш този open source.
Това е Linux.
Да.
Идеята на прихода на Linux е да бъде безплатна и всеки един, който иска, има знанията,
да допринесе. Now 320 is on a 10. Let's try to really wrap out as many as we can here, as that's gonna be the one that counts. Okay? Let's stop being a skinny bitch. Hey! Woo! 12. Good job. Okay, that's a wrap for hammer strength. Let's move on to some rows. Няма. Краста си е тази химия и не е за всеки. Не е за всеки тази химия. Проблема е, че се... Химична кастрация. Зоба е виновен. Ма той зоба не ти скача в устата или в задника. Ти си го инжектираш. Той наркотиците не убиват никой. Ти ги използваш, за да се превеш. Те не ти скачат в устата. Решението е твое. Аз поне го виждам, че най-малкото, ако ти не мога да толерираш хората около себе си, когато си на препарати и да казваш, че имаш roid rage и някакви такива неща, значи по-добре да не зобиш. Да, окей, нали, по-изнервен си, по-такова. Ако ти не можеш да се контролираш, за какво го правиш това? За какво го правиш? Няма никакъв смисъл. Или го правиш и с някаква цел, и осъзнаваш риска, и го правиш максимално, нали, с съкъл, или просто... Да. Винаги си има цена, но... Защото трябва да я плащаш цялата с лихви, отколкото да платиш половината. Okay, so... let's get back to the point and finish this set. Okay, roll's done.